There is only 66 participants are available right now. I think more than 300 students are available in your batch, no? What about others? It's getting 8:40, no? So the lecture time is 8:30. You have to present on 8:30. Where are others? The rep is available or not? Who's the rep? Can you please unmute your mic and talk with me? Who is Com3? Com3?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is your rep?
Right. Yeah.
Huh? Com3.
Yes, ma'am.
Say good. So now we are going to start our session. Can you all hear my voice, students? Can you all hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Macroeconomics content of money. Do you all are very you are all already know about the money and you already have the knowledge about this money also, I think. So here, first of all, the chapter outlines are we are going to see first of all what is money, the definition of money. And there are some of the approaches for the money. So we are going to see those things. What are the approach functions? I think 6 or 5 functions are there. So today we also see those things also, and the characteristic of money. What characters holding money, and finally contribution to modern economy. How money is contribute to the modern economy. So these are the chapter outlines. The learning outcomes are understanding the concept of money, analyze and interpret the various approaches for the money, identify the functions as well as list out the characteristic of money, and finally you can identify the contribution of money to the modern economy or current economy. So now, asking anyone elaborate to me, students? Can you please unmute your mic and you can talk with me? Otherwise, can't to conduct the lectures. Tell anyone. Come to. What do you think about money? Come to. Come 5. Can you please tell about what is money? Huh? Come 5. Come 20. Students, are you hear my voice or not? I didn't understand whether you are hearing or not. So please communicate with me. Students, MS 23, can you hear my voice? Yeah. MS 106, can you please unmute your mic and tell me about what is money? Don't waste the time. Please quickly tell what do you understand about money. The money is whatever generally accepted in exchange for goods and services, accepted not as an object to be consumed, but as an object that represents the temporary abroad of purchasing power to be used for buying still other goods and services. Milton Friedman, who is elaborate what is money like this. Because money is generally accepted. We all the people in the nation or world, we are accepting the money to exchange or purchase or sell the goods and services among the country, among the world, among the people. So it is common thing. Commonly, the people are accept to change the goods and services. For that, we are using money in nowadays. So main thing is we are accepting this is the money and we are accepting and this is the value of the money for exchange the goods and services or purchase or sell the goods and services in the current market. But before earlier stage, the money is having a different type. Nowadays we are using what do you think about in nowadays money? You can tell we are using currencies, we are using coins, or we are using cards. These are money. In nowadays you can tell. But in early stage, early era, we can't talk like these things as money. I think in the before period, sometimes there is no needed of money. There is no purpose to need money because early people they are grew, they are gathered, they are hunt their own food, and also they are build their house, they made their clothes. For example, the Asian people they go to the forest and hunt the food, hunt the animals, and eat the food as well as through the hunting animal skins they used as a building house or shelter or they used as a cloth for them. So that time they didn't know about money and also they didn't need about money. But in nowadays we can't tell like this because we have need money. Early stage, like this, the money is not needed. After the stage, the money is have a purposeful thing, because some of the uh, inconvenience among the people, they are need money for their purchases and selling. The first money, I think there is a money have four stages. First stage we called as a barter system. Second stage we called as a currency money or money. Third stage we can call as a e-money, bank money. And fifth stage we can talk as a e-money. Fourth stage we can call as a e-money. There are four stages. Early stage, they people are no needed the money, but after the middle of the first stage, they are need money for their transaction purpose. So as the time passed, people they think to exchange their goods, the medium is very important to their transaction. Therefore, they are created the money as something like a salt, like shells, some fish hooks, some battles. In some other thing we can call as a pearl. They use those things as a feathers, as a money for the first middle stage. At the first early stage, they don't need the money, but so far the middle stage they have to exchange the things. For that exchange they need a medium of money, therefore they created some valuable things as considered as a money. Then for example, in the history of the world, shells, livestock, stones, shell, pearls, wheat, feathers, brass, silver, gold, paper money. Also, these are some of the examples of the money they are used in early stage. But after that, these things they found or they ground the flow and they found some materials like gold, silver, diamonds. They think this is the precious thing rather than the feathers, salt, sugar, rather than these things. So they used that gold is money after the first middle stage of the money. Then they use the gold to convert as a coin, like a gold coin. At the earlier period, some of the kings are ruled the country. So the king, they think to printed their faces or printed the country important things in the coin, and they designed the gold coin to exchange the transaction or exchange the goods and services among the people. At the early time, they generally accept those things as a money. Nowadays, we are accepting currency or paper coin or paper money or coins as a we were accepted that thing. But early stage, they accepted, or early stage, they defined these things are the money, because early stage, the people are generally accepted these things as the money. That is the main thing. So, in using the gold money, it is widely accepted by ancient people. And it is a divisible thing and easy to measure or easy to value the how many grams in the gold so they can value, and easy to carry and non-perishable. Non-perishable means it cannot be damaged easily. So they at that sense they think this is a very suitable money to exchange the goods and services among them. After that, Modern concept. There are some of the money concepts are there. Through the modern concept, money means currency noted and coins shelled as a cash in hand or checkable deposit with the banks. In our modern days, we are accepting these things as the money. Money is anything that generally accepted as a medium of exchange and measure of value. The main thing why we are accepting the money in general thing is first one is it's a medium of exchange and measure of value. Without value, we cannot exchange. So the main general accepted reasons are two. First thing is the say exchange of medium and measure of value. The set of assets in the economy the people regularly use to buy goods and services from other people. Again, I am saying the money is generally accepted medium for exchange the goods and services. In future, we cannot say sometimes the currency is money because we at the future in the future we are accepting the e-money. Nowadays you are having the smartphone for each and every people. You are using the apps or you are using Google Pay. You are using some modern things to exchange the money. So in future, we cannot say it as a check or currency coins. These are called as money. We cannot say the definition was sorry. The definition will be changed in future. But in earlier period also, the definition for money is different. But main thing we have generally accepted as a medium of exchange and having the value of measure. This definition is not changed, but the medium of money can change. I think I'm saying that mm, that shape or that type can be changed for future. So, checking accounts can to perform the same market function as cash, credit cards, and online methods are popular methods for exchange, but are not money. Liquid assets. You are very known about the liquid assets through the accounting. 100% liquid asset we are calling as a cash and equivalent things. Why we are called as a 100% liquid asset? We can quickly change by money. After the liquidate asset as a cash, 100% asset as a cash, we are consider the bank money or bank deposit, saving deposit also, current deposit also. The another stage of liquidate asset. We can go. We have to go to the bank and we have to stay that there are some times, and we after that we can exchange as a money. So we are having to consume some of the time. So we cannot call as a that is 100% of liquidate asset. The currency and coins are the 100% of liquidate asset because it is quickly, cheaply, conveniently we can exchange the goods and services through that 100% liquidate assets. There are some of the concept or approaches are having. According to the Johnson, there are four concepts or approaches in the money. First thing is the conventional approach. Second thing is the Chicago approach. Third thing is the central bank approach. Finally, girly show approach. Now we are going to see the conventional approach. What is the conventional approach? It is the oldest approach, students, and for defining the concept of money it take to consider only two functions. What I am earlier said, what is money? I am earlier said it is generally accepted of exchange and valuable medium for the people. Can you please unmute your phone? Someone's phone is ringing. Okay, PDF file will uploaded by Miss. I told to Miss to upload those things for you. Someone is asking through the chat. MS69. Miss will upload those things. Okay, conventional approach is the oldest approach of money concept. Here, mainly we are focusing only two functions. First one is the medium of exchange and money having the medium of value. This is the thing we are normally using the definition for the money. So this is called as a conventional approach. Therefore, as per this approach, any goods or services that fulfill these two functions is termed as money, regardless of the fact that money is always a subject of enthusiasm by the government. And the second thing, first of all, the government also accepts the money whatever we are thinking in the imagination, uh, that thing also approved by the government is the very, very important thing. Without government is not accepted, this is as a currency or this is as a money, we cannot exchange those things. Nowadays, we are accepting the dollar is money. We are accepting the Sri Lankan coins are money. So that's the same thing. First of all, the government want to approve that term or that the scheme we are considering nowadays in the modern world we are using bitcoin also money, cryptocurrency we call as a money. So the government first of all they implement that scheme and approve for that imagination what we think this is as a money for our transaction purpose. Without government not accept this is called as a money, we can't do transaction. We can't do any transaction process in the current world. Otherwise, government call as we are doing some fraud things because it is not approved by the government. So very careful. The thing is we have to get the approve what is the imagine of money through the government. The conventional, there are some of the persons they develop the what is conventional approach. Earlier, I am told this is the oldest approach. They are having two function. First function is it's a exchange of medium, and the second function is it is having the value, measurable value. At the same thing, there are some of the person R.P. Kennett and Marshall and Godfrey Crowther. They said Friends, sorry for the inconvenience. Again, power was gone. Okay, let's we continue. So, according to the article, he said in his definition, money is anything that is exchanged and it has a standard of value. So this is the main thing. What I'm highlighted in the red color. This is the main thing of conventional approach. According to Marshall, also he said all those things which are generally accepted without doubt or special inquiry as a mean of purchasing commodities, and purchasing commodities means exchange. It's called as a exchange and service that differing expense. Differing expense means standard of value are included in the Marshall also he said the conventional approach have holding exchange, medium of exchange, and measure of value. Finally, according to the Geoffrey, money can be defined as anything that is generally accepted as a mean of exchange and at the same time acts as a store of value. So now you can understand. I think you got the understand about the what is conventional approach. Now we are going to move to the Chicago approach. Let's emphasize on extending the definition of money given in conventional approach. But this approach was given by Milton Friedman and his association in Chicago University. They have extended the definition of money. After that, through the conventional approach is the oldest thing, but through the Chicago University, they define the money as a some of the given three things. First thing you can see money given in conventional approach by including there is three more concepts. First thing is currency, second thing is checkable demand deposit and time deposit. So the Chicago approach said, pioneered by Millian Friedman and his association, conventional plus time deposit with the commercial banks. Three concept is main thing. First one is currency, second one is checkable demand deposit, as an third one is time deposit. Here we are using the bank money for this approach. Earlier time, we are just seeing the general thing through the conventional approach, money having the medium of exchange and the money having the storage value. But here we are mentioned some thing. What is money? To derive by Chicago approach. Money is having the currency, or money is have as a checkable demand deposit or time deposit. Time means fixed deposit likewise. Here we are included the two extra things. So the two reasons time deposits included in money supply and time deposit and demand deposit are close substitute for the money. In the money supply, you earlier studied in the A level M1 money, M2 money, M3 and M2B monies are there in the money supply system. For the money one, M1 supply system, we are using only currencies and coins. But in M2 money supply, we are using for M1 money plus we are using the demand deposit as well as the time deposit. So that the thing see the here I put the two reasons the time deposit included in money supply, as well as we are using the deposited money for the substitution for the cash, close substitute. Once we are having currency in our hand, otherwise, without currency in our hand, we can using our time deposit or demand deposit for our money purpose. So we are holding as that time deposit and demand deposit as a substitution of money. Continuing the Chicago approach, however, economics having conventional viewpoint of money were again the additional of the concept time deposit in the definition of money. According to conventional approach, time deposit are not available easy in liquidity form or spent directly. I already said what is liquidated asset. Only currency and coins are the liquid 100% liquidated asset. But the time deposit are not available at easy at every time. We have to go to that ATM or deposit machine, or we have to go to the bank. So there are some times taken. It's not quickly happen. So that the thing or spent directly, therefore do no serve the purpose of money. However, the Chicago School of Thought has given 2 points emphasize the importance of time deposit in the definition of money. The 2 points what I am earlier said, our trade that international income and money are interrelated to each other, and this interlink can be more strengthened if time deposits are included in money. And second thing is proposed that defined of money should include the close substitute. First thing I earlier put in here at the shortened form. Time deposit include the money supply, and the time deposit and demand deposit are very close substitute. This is the two main things are having the Chicago approach. Chicago approach, we are having the three concepts and two main reasons why we are taking these three concepts as included in Chicago approach. The two reasons are very clearly defined to us. First thing, it is having in the money supply, and the second thing, it is the very close substitute for the money. Did you understand? Is anyone having question about this thing? Chicago approach. Students, are you there? Can you all hear my voice? Now we are going to move to the central bank approach. Broader view of the money supply. You already learned from your A level of money supply. There are four money supplies: M1, M2, M3, and M4 or M2B. We call as M2B also. So the central bank analyze each and every money supply, M1, M2, M3, and M4 also. So, entrusted with the task of controlling and regulation credit falls in accordance with the needed of the economy. All available means of payments and credit follows as a money. MS money supply equal to currency plus all realizable assets. For all realizable assets, including time deposit or demand deposit. Demand deposit means the current account deposit called as the demand deposit, as well as NRFC, RFC, foreign bureau currency. These are the another reliable or releasable assets. This is included in the M1, M2, M3, and M4 also. So the central bank approach include the money supply, consistentness, the broad view of the whole concept of money. It's it's included or it's defined all the concept of money in money supply. The function of the central bank is control and regulate the flow of the money, how the money is flowing in the economy. That is called as a central bank approach. First, through the M1 money, they can find the process of what is the currency of coins and some of the paper money. But in M2, the concept of money in the central banks, they included the M1 money plus demand deposit and time deposit also. So that's the thing, how they are, how the central bank is control and regulate the flow of money in the economy. Through the money supply, we can easily say it is a multiple process. So why we are saying the money supply having the multiple process? Through the M2 money, we are include the M1 money. For the M2, M3 money, we are include the M2 money, as well as the M4 money, we are include the M1, M2, M3 also. So that's the thing, how the central bank control or regulate this flow of money in the economy. Therefore, the central bank formulate and implements the monetary policy. In Sri Lanka, there are two policies we are having. One is the monetary policy, another one is the fiscal policy. Monetary policy mainly handled by the central bank. Fiscal policy mainly handled by the IRD, England Revenue Department. Fiscal policy mostly related to the tax, but monetary policy related to the money supply, money demand, likewise interest rate. So these things only handled by the central bank. Tax side handled by the England Revenue Department. So here, central bank formulate and implements the monetary policy in the economy to achieve the goals and objectives. For this purpose, it need to determine all the sources and modes of the payment and flow the credit in the economy, which are treated as money. According to the central bank view, currency and all the other assets as demand deposit, time deposit, foreign bank investments, NRFC, RFC. So those the things as included in money supply. That is how the central bank is controlled and regulated in the economy. This is called as a central bank approach. Simply, we can say how the central bank control the money supply in the economy. So, include the money supply, all of the money are entering, plus currency and plus other assets of liquidity money. Okay. Did you all understand about this concept of central bank approach? Now we are going to move to the girly show approach. So through the Chicago approach plus asset function, financial clients against the non-banking and financial intermediary. Close substitution relationship between currency and demand deposit, commercial bank time deposit, saving bank deposit, saving and loan association shares. Through the Chicago approach, we said through the Chicago approach, we are having one is currency. There is three reasons we earlier studied. First one thing is currency, second thing is demand deposit, and third thing is time deposit. Through these three concepts, we derive the girly show approach. So that time deposit and the demand deposits are the very close substitution. For example, we are using coffee to substitute tea. Likewise, we are using the currency for the substitution, demand deposit and the commercial bank time deposit. So the close substitutions are included in the girly show approach. Here, saving also, not only demand deposit or fixed deposit, we include the saving. Demand called as a current deposit, time deposit called as a fixed deposit or something, and we include the saving bank deposit, saving and loan association shares also called as a close substitution. Include the liabilities of non-banking financial intermediaries in the definition of money. The main contribution of this approach were John G. Jolly and Edward S. Shaw. So, Jerry and Sean, while explain the concept of money, highlighting the substitution relationship. Here, the main thing is substitution relationship among the various factors called as currency, demand deposit, time deposit, as well as adding the special thing of saving bank deposit. So I think you can very clearly understand about these four things. First of all, we saw as a conventional approach. Conventional approach is a old thing. The old approach having two elements. First is the exchange of money is the exchange medium, and second is the money having the value of uh, store of value. Through the Chicago approach, we are focused on three elements: currency, demand deposit, and time deposit. Through why the three things are mainly focused, the time deposit included in the money supply and the time and demand deposit are the very close substitution in the economy that called as a Chicago approach. And we saw as a central bank approach. The central bank approach is called it's handling the all of the money in the economy that called as money supply. All of the money supply are handled and controlled or regulating by the central bank that called as a central bank approach. Finally, we are calling the girly show approach. Through the girly show approach, we are based on the Chicago approach. We derive the thing in the girly show approach. Main thing is the close substitution in the economy for the currency. What are the things are very close to use as a currency. For this here, we add the demand deposit and commercial bank time deposit through the Chicago approach. Plus, we are adding the saving bank deposit also consider as a close substitution for the currency that called as a girly show approach. Is anyone having any doubts through these students? If you have any doubts, please ask to me about these four concepts. MS 87, are you there? MS 58, Com 5, I told to the miss, but I am called as a index number who the persons are not interact with me. Huh? I definitely inform to miss. Huh? Once you understand or not, you didn't talk anything to me. Then how I can move to the another slides? Definitely I inform to the miss. Huh? From 33, from 99. I think all of you are sleeping at your home or hostels. Okay, now we are moved to the slide of barter system. What is barter system? Earlier time, in the earlier era, there is people they don't need the money because they fulfill their needs and wants through their own creation. For the own creation means they are gathering the foods, they are hunting the foods. So they collect their foods and another things for their they fulfill their own needs. So they don't need the money. But in after that period, the people, for example, the people they have to exchange something between one and two people. First of all, I say if A having a rice, but the A having the rice is excess. So he A is not more needed for the rice. So he need the pumpkin, but he didn't have the pumpkin or he didn't product the pumpkin. So the pumpkin is having on B in the hand of B. At the time, the B person who is willing to buy the rice. So the A and B interact with each and every others. So A give the rice to pumpkin holding person of B. The pumpkin holding person of B is exchange his rice to A. So that's the thing. For the two people, how they are exchange their product with each and every one. That is called as a barter system. Here there is no money of money can used in that time through the barter system only product. What are the goods they are having excess amount? They are they are dislike that thing. They exchange that goods to the another one and get their own need from some other people and fulfill their needs. So barter system is the direct exchange of good and services for the another good and services. If A having corn excess, the A is give the corn to the beetroot having person of B. So the beetroot having person of B who is purchased the corn from A and give a beetroot excess beetroot to A. A barter system required a double consideration of bonds for trade to take place. Money eliminates this problem. So the barter system having some of the errors or some of the issues because at the old time the people are not like the things. If I am earlier said A having rice, B having pumpkin, if A is willing to purchase the pumpkin, but the B is not willing to purchase the rice. So here, the double consideration, the two people are not fully like to transact or exchange their goods between them. So B having some of the obstacle to buy the rice from A, but A is fully willing to purchase the pumpkin from him. So here there is a barrier to exchange. So that is called as double consideration problem is affected in the barter system. So here that double consideration system is affected. This thing is resolved by money. So money eliminates this problem in the barter system. Not only this problem, there is a lot of things, a lot of problems faced by the barter system through the people. So here, I am saying some of the errors what they face. There is a transport issues. So far we can't to find the long distance. We can find the person who is willing to exchange with us. We can't to transport the goods from so far. So that is the barrier at the barter system. First one is the double consideration problem. Second one is the transport problem, and we cannot devise or we cannot devise the or we cannot differentiate the goods as a similar or small value. So that is the thing is having the issue in the barter system, as well as we can't to preserve the things. There is a in the early stage we cannot having preservation model or preservation process we didn't have. But in nowadays we are having fridge or something to preserve the goods for long days. At that time, we can have to transport the things to the long far duration or long far distance. We can't to move the things to one place to another place because we have not the preservation thing. That is also the problem in the barter system. So now here, money is not income and money is not wealth. Money is what is the actual thing is money doing, or actual function is money doing. Money eliminate the problem of barter systems. Those all problems are eliminated by the money, and also money is the exchange medium, standard of value, store of value, and standard of deferred payment. Its function is the main thing of money. Now we see medium of exchange. Money function as a medium of exchange between two goods because earlier barter system there is no money to exchange. They only exchange the goods and services between the two people. But here money eliminates those problems and to facilitate the medium of exchange. Money is generally accepted by buyers and sellers as payment for goods and services. Generally accepted by the people, like buyers, among the buyers and the sellers, they are willing to exchange the goods through the money. And it has solved one of the biggest problem in the barter system of the economy. So medium of exchange is the main function of the money. And the another function, measure of value. Every money having the face value. You can see the coins. There's a printed of there on the face 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee, as well as the currency paper. Also, we are seeing the value. What is the we can identify the 20 rupees. It is the color of purple color, having some objects in the money, and also 50 rupees is different from to 20 rupees. It is having blue color and some of the length is also uh, bigger than the 20 rupees. So likewise, the small objectives are some objects are different in 50 rupees. So some of the face values are differently shown to identify the value of money. So money only can to produce the value. So it is the very thing to resolve or avoid the problem through the exchange process. Money is facilitate the easy process to exchange the goods and services among the buyers and the sellers. And the thing, the advantages of measure of value. Helping comparing the calculate the exchange rate between two goods, we can easily identify the value and we can easily identify the calculation. So we can Once we product one share, how many costs go to that share, we can easily identify. But how we are identifying that thing? Through the value of money. So counting, calculating, and comparing the exchange rate between the goods and provide more meaningful accounting system. So we can, if we having the value of money, we cannot do the accounting system. We cannot count the profit. We cannot count the cost. We cannot count the revenue. So if the money is having the only having the face value or value of measure, we are doing the accounting system. So it helps to do the accounting system as a meaningful, help in determining and comparing national income of different countries. Once the money having the value, only we can do the income statements or budget statement, and we compare our progress with the another country. So we change this definition, helping in determining and comparing national income. We can change the company income, or we can change as an individual income. We can compare with the countries or with the companies among the people. And finally, it's helped to compare the cost in current of production. I already said we are using the production account. Through the production account, we can calculate the cost. What are the raw material costs? What are the direct labor costs? What are the direct overhead process and indirect raw material costs? What are the indirect labor costs? What are the indirect overhead costs? We can identify through only the function of value of measuring. Without value, we cannot calculate anything to the account or in the economy. Another one is the store value. The money value is not changed. It is fixed. 20 rupees is today is 20 rupees. Tomorrow the 20 rupees is not changed. Tomorrow also it's 20 rupees. The day after tomorrow also 20 rupees. But I'm saying the value store of value is not changed, but some the that is a different thing. The dollar is changed for Sri Lankan money. That is exchange rate. That is different thing. That is not this thing. Or in America, they are $1 is every time the $1 is equal to $1. Tomorrow is not changed as a $2. That's the thing I am saying. Exchange rate is different from this concept. The store of value is stored, and we can hold, so we can collect the money and we can store from the account, or we can store from the lockers. That's the thing, the store of value. Need for store of value. Why we have to store the value? Why we can save the money? For surplus produce, future use, for the demand for money concept. In another lectures you can understand why we are holding the money, or why we are raise the demand for money. There is a three things: for our consumption purpose, any emergency purpose, as well as a future investment purpose. The three things we are mainly focused to holding money or storing the value of money. Here also same thing. They said why we are need to store the money. We have to produce the excess thing in our company for the future uses, accumulate nature of the people. So we are holding the money. Money serves as an asset that can be used to transport purchasing power from one time period to another. Another thing is standard deferred payment. Many contract promise to pay fixed sum of money well into the future. During the barter days, di- during the barter days, a difficult problem to judge whether the value returned after lapse of time was the same. So the standard of defer payment, so we can exchange the money for different things. We can payment for everything. So that's the thing. The standard of deferred payment can extend by each and every time. Now we are going to see about the characteristic of money. Characteristic of money. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters are there. First one is acceptability. People must will be willing to accept it is as a mean of payment in settle of debt. Once we are not accepted, this is the thing of money. Once we are imagining this currency, we are accepted. Oh yeah, this is the very perfect medium to exchange the good. Otherwise, we are not accepting. It is not the money. We cannot transact to anything. So the first character is it is the acceptability, acceptable. Another one is the durable. Durable means long time we can use the thing. The currency thing nowadays currency are moving from each and every people. The fisherman having the currency, he give the fish and purchase the money, and through the fisherman go to the vegetable shop. He give the money to the vegetable man and purchase the vegetable. The vegetable man go to the clothing shop. He give the money to clothing man to purchase the clothes. So the money is rotating each and every people for long days, for long time. At this for that long durability, the money can also made it. The texture of money is very strong and very quality, then only it can be as a durable. The coins is not undurable. It is survived for long period, the reasonable length of time before decorating. That is called as durability. The third characteristic is divisibility. To function as money, an asset must be capable of division into similar units, accommodate transaction of different value. We can separate the value 50 rupees, 20 rupees, 1 rupee, then only we can pay the money. But in nowadays, we can to pay 21, 1.50 cents we can't to pay because there's no preserved value for the cents. In earlier time, we are having cents, 5 cents, 20 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents, 50 cents. We had, but in nowadays we are moved to the modern economy and the money values is increases and the general price level also increases in the economy. So we are not needed the cents. So we remove those things and we are using the huge value of money, 1 rupee to 5,000. It is enough to our enough to communicate or enough to face the transaction through the economy. So for that purpose, we are having some divisibility of money, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee, or 10 rupee, 50, 100. It is enough. Each and every country they are made the divisibility for their own purpose. Europe also followed some methods for the divisibility. Or America also followed some method for the divisibility for their own purpose. Different countries having a different purpose. So through that they are deferred the money value from the nation. Portability and convenience. To function as money as an asset must be a portability and easy to use. We can easily carry a money through the purse and move the money. It is not a weightable thing. It is very easy. Nowadays, we are seeing the characteristic of money for the currency because we are using those things. No, in future, we can easily say it is can't not needed to carry because e-money is not needed to carry for each and every time. There is no bias. There is no fear to carry. For from the thief or theft, we don't fear to that. thing. But in nowadays, we are carrying the money, but is it portability and convenience for a small amount, lightweight we are having, and we can easily transfer the ownership to another one. So this is the easy thing. So this is also one of the character, portability and convenience. And shifting is the uniformity. Money of the same value must be uniformity quality. So the money having the quality of texture. If I am using the money and you are using the money, for all people, we are seeing the same value, same texture, same color. So uniformity means for once you go to the school, we are wearing early stage we are wearing the uniform, shoes, socks, as well as tie, tattle the hair, comb the hair, and there's be one. I'm saying the one unity, uniformity is having. For Sri Lanka also having for each and every nation, the money having the particular one uniformity for the each and every country to identify to easy by each and every people. Finally, stability of value. In order to fulfill their various functions, it must retain its value, especially as a store of wealth and its mean of evaluating future payment, harder for individual to produce themselves to be harder for it. So stability value is not changed once we preserve once we save 100 rupees. Tomorrow also that 100 rupees is 100 rupees. It's not increased or reduced. So stability value is not changed. So these are the main characteristic of money. And now we are going to see the kinds of money. What are the kinds? Metallic coins. Coins are having some copper material, silver material, or likewise. That is the kind how we can see the money. That is the thing of time. And we are using paper for money. Texture. That is not a paper, that is not a some cotton wool so used to create the money, I think. Where is the money are printed, students? For Sri Lanka, where is the money is printing? Do you know? Most of the students are thinking the central bank is printing the money. No, the central bank is provide the approval for the money. Through the money is printed through central bank on England. Thomas DeLauro company is printing the money for each and every nation. From there, they send the money to central bank, and central bank they approve the money and released into the uh, currency flow in the economy. So no, the central bank is printing the money. Central bank give the approval only for the money. Through once at your home now also you can take the money and back side of the behind of the money of the bottom side you can see the Dilaru, that word, printed word of Dilaru. The company is founding or company is holding on England. Through the Dilaru only we can printing the money for Sri Lanka. As well as bank deposit also one kind of money. Bank deposit means saving deposit also we are having, and demand deposit it is mean the check transaction called as a current deposit, as well as a fixed deposit. For the fixed deposit we are using the certificate, and there is a credit cards, debit cards, visa cards also one type of bank deposit money. Commodity money, this is the goods we are using. Gold coins, feathers. Earlier thing we are using the commodity money. Sword, pearl, or some uh, what we say feathers, sugar, shells. This is to call it what are the thing is in objective that called as the commodity money. So these are the kinds of money. We earlier say the characteristic, but here we are seeing the kind of money. What is fiat money? Fiat money means is a good the value of which is less than the value of represented as a money. Currently, simply we can example for the fiat money is we can use the currency fiat money. Fiat money is a good that value which is less than the value it represented as money. For the money preparation, we not invest the lot of things. I am saying, for example, if a gold is very valuable, so the our currency is not made for that much of value. That is called as a fiat money. The value which for 100 rupees or for a 50 rupees or for a 20 rupees, the face value is different, but the texture value to produce the money value to create that money currency, it is very less than the face value. That is called as a fiat money. The value which is less than the value it represents. For a 5,000 or for a 2,000 or for a 1,000, there is a face values are different. The represented value are different, but the produced value for each and every currency is very less than the representing value. For example, for fiat money, it's called as a currency because their value as slip of printed paper is less than the value having the face of the money. Did you understand that concept of fiat money? Face values are very high. Yeah, but the using the texture of creation of uh, paper of money is very less than the face value. That's the thing of fiat. And plastic money, you know very well. Nowadays, we are using the plastic money, debit cards, credit cards, prepaid card, and store cards. So this is a small thing, and it's a plastic money is very. We have cost for produce the plastic cards or product the plastic card. The plastic card also having the SIM type one for the through the SIM type process we are functioning or we are transacting the money or we are getting the money from the bank. So that is the thing is the plastic money, but the fiat money having no cost. It's a very less cost to the represented value, but for the plastic money we are having some cost to create the plastic cards, and it is the hard thing, hard plastic card we can use for each and every time. I think 2 years, 3 years we can use the plastic cards as a comfortability. Now we are going to see what counts as money today. This is the last thing. What's counts as money today? M1 money, cash and assets, checkable deposit, and traveler checks. Here, M1 money is included normal currency. For the money supply too, having saving account and money saved in various account of fund. Saving account, demand deposit, and as well as time deposit also included in the M2 plus M1 money. Near money means money deposit in saving account. Debit card allows to you access money in your bank account. Credit card allows to buy something now with the borrowed money can pay it for later. There's different thing for debit card and credit card. For the debit card, you have must to having your account in the particular bank. But the credit card, we don't need to maintain the account in the bank, but we can borrow things from shop by debt and pay it for later for the credit. If we pay long later, we have to pay penalty also or some fine money to the credit card payment. DIC payment also in nowadays as count as a money today. DIC means deposit insurance prop, government insurance deposit in banking. So We are deposit the money in the insurance company also. Nowadays, we are count as a, that is also one of the money in the nation or economy. And one money is the one type of money, and two also having a one type of money count as a money, and near money. For the near money, we are using the saving account and debit card, credit card. Finally, deposit insurance crop also we are considered count as a money. Finally, the modern economy significance of money. So first thing, the money is generally accepted by all of the people, and it is a very measurable thing, and it's the very value. It's a holding store value, as well as money is eliminate the barter system problem. What are the barter system problem? Double consideration problem is the main thing. It's money eliminate those things, and money gives the measure of value. So barter system problems is smoothly resolved by money. And the thing is, money works as a factor of production. Once we used to product the production, we use the money for the production. So the factor of production is included in money. At the business, we are using 5M. From the 5M, we are using man, money, material. So for production in food, we are using money as a one input thing for the production. That is the fifth of production factor. Money accelerate the pace of production and growth. I mean, money can speed production, factor payment quickly, we can transfer and efficiently we can and we can sell the output speedily. For the production and growth, money is provide the speed, fast moving to found our last output. Money in the lifeblood of a modern economy. In modern economy, without money, we can't live. Early stage, we can hunting the things or gathering some fruits and eat and live. But here, in nowadays, we can't to live without money. So money is a lifeblood. And finally, money contributes in many other ways, facilitate consumer choice in the multiple duties of goods and services, money market and credit system may involve. So money is contributed, is function in many other ways at the modern economy. These are the significant things in the modern economy. So far we see what is money and definition of money. There are four concepts or approaches of money, and then we see what are the functions of money and kind of money, characteristic of money, what is fiat money, and finally we see significance of money in the modern economy. Did you all understand, or do you have any question from this? If you have any questions, now you can ask. Otherwise, I am asking the question for each and every student, which is included as a continuous assessment. Huh? Students, are you there? Com 98, can you please unmute your mic? Do you understand about this? Com 98, com 100, com 100.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand about this thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can say, what's your name?
Gajania, ma'am.
Okay. What is money? Hmm? What is money? What do you understand about money? From 100, I'm asking to you. Hello, Gajaniya, from
Ma'am.
109.
Yes, ma'am.
Gajaniya, you can tell what
Medium
you want.
medium of exchange, ma'am. Money.
Medium of exchange is money. It's not need to generally accept it. Huh? It's not needed to generally accept it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, must the thing is generally once we are accepted the money, then only it's the exchange you good for the services. Exchange for the goods and services. Main thing is generally accepted for the exchange process. You have to say, you have to write in the examination also what is called as money. Generally accepted exchange media. You have to write. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. From 125. From 125. Please unmute your mic. Otherwise, I particularly tell the index number to the ma'am, asking questions and no more replies from the students. From 125. MS 16. MS 16. Hello.
Hello.
MS 16. Yes. What's your good name?
Shweta, ma'am.
Shweta. Okay, now you can tell what do you understand about conventional approach?
It is the oldest approach of concept of money.
Mm.
It is a medium of exchange and measure of value,
Oh,
consideration in two function.
okay.
That's all.
That's only okay. Very good. Thank you for your reply. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Another one is MS 53. Can you please unmute your mic? MS 53. MS 53. Hello. MS 53. Are you gone? Are you leave from the lectures? MS 74. MS 74. I'm not at your index number, students. MS 127. MS 127. Anyways, thank you for your response, students. Very much thank you. I am informed to the ma'am to about this situation. So thank you. Now you can leave from the lectures.
Thank